Hello and welcome. Welcome to part 3 to build this application which is able to analyze the content of these image files. In this part 3 I would like to show you how I am using the Cloudant Database service to hold the images and also some related information to each image. To do this I am using a package which is called pouchdb. And this pouchdb provides you and me as well with some functions which are very helpful for this kind of application. You can find all the information about pouchdb on the pouchdb.com homepage. Here you have the overall description, and here you have the button for the API description itself. And the important functions for this kind of application I mentioned are the offline capabilities and also the synchronization capability between the client side and the backend side. So I'm using these functions here. To build the whole application on the Raspberry Pi side, I created a new subdirectory. I named it part3 final, and I copied everything from part2 final to part3 final. And I did already all the code changes to run the application, but I will show you what I did just to avoid this boring typing time in front of you on this video. So the first change I made in the package.json file, it's here. So I'm using this pouchdb, and this should be referenced in the dependency section so that the Node package manager will install it when you run the Nodes package manager. So on the actual coding, I named my application app3.js. Here it is, and it's exactly the same I had on part 2, but a few new lines of code, and one of them is here. The pouchdb require pouchdb. Then here we have the function to take the picture, which I introduced in part 2. Then we activate the camera, and then there's a new function, upload picture, and I'm passing the file name. And this upload picture starts here, so I'm getting the file name here right in, checking whether the file name exists. And then here I have an entry to create a new database object. From pouchdb, I have to specify the database name and then a remote IP address where the Cloudant database is running. And this is running on the Bluemix side. And I would like to show you how you can get this information on the Bluemix side. So let's go out here and jump over to the Bluemix. I am already logged in, and I have here the dashboard up and running from the Bluemix for our image analysis space, which I introduced in part 1. And in part 1 we deployed a Node.js application, here the face detection, and also a face detection database. It's here. And this database is currently unbound. Because we are using this face detection in the next video, I will bind this service to this application, and then I get also the whole environment variables and the credentials in Bluemix, which I can use on the client side. So I open this application, and then not here. Here I get a button which is called Bind the Service or API. I just click it. Currently we have only one service is available in this space, so I select this one and I select Add. And now Bluemix will bind this application, the service to this application, and will fill the variables here in the environment variable. So let me go to this one here. And here you have all the information Bluemix provide you for the credential to use this service. It's a username, it's a password, it's a host, the port, and here the remote address. So copy this whole entry to your clipboard and then go to the Bluemix side again, to the editor, and then copy it just here. It's exactly the same value that I showed you in this environment variable, this Cloud Foundry environment variables on the Bluemix side. Append the database file name here, and then this one is done. Then you need the image itself from the file system. So this one will be in data, so the image will be in data. Then we create a unique Cloudant document ID, and here I have a structure for the documents which will be stored in the pouch and in the Cloudant database. So it's the ID, it's an image ID. I put here this unique identifier. Then I have here some entries. You can name it as you like, but I thought it will be useful to have an entry whether this image is already processed or not by the Alchemy API, by this face detection one. Then a title, a celebrity, and so on. And the image itself has to go into the attachment section, which is here, of the type image or JPEG, and here the data of the image file. And then the last statement is put, so I put it into the database, and then I select db replicate to the remote side, and that's it. To get everything in sync, I added this code here before I start the application server on my Raspberry Pi side. So again, database object, and then I select replicate to and replicate from the database, the two databases, the pouchdb and the Cloudant database. This is more or less, no, this is exactly what you need to do to get this part of the application up and running. To test it, I have to log on to my to my Raspberry Pi side. So here I'm already logged on to the Raspberry Pi, and I'm in the part3 final subdirectory. And let me install npm install. Let's do it in this way. The pouchdb. Just press enter. Okay, here is a warning that we currently have installed 10.29 of Node, and it should be at least 10.32. And here I'm running into a problem. I already discovered this one. We should make here an update of the Node.js environment running on the Raspberry Pi, and I'm going to install the latest stable version on the Raspberry Pi right now. So I cancelled here the update or the installing process of the pouchdb because I would like to install a new version of Node.js in my environment. So the one that is provided by the Jessie image, the Node.js version of the Jessie image, is not up to date and it will not run here right now. So if you go to nodejs.org, you find the information which are the latest version, and then I found on the internet procedure how to install this stuff. So here running this command to remove the current one, the Node-RED, and also the Node.js, and remove also Node's package manager, and then install all the parts again by using the current version or stable version or the latest version. I would like to install the pouchdb package again. Okay, there's also a new interface. I install the whole package here. It's completed and no errors detected so far. And this means we can start the application. But before I do that, before I start the application, I would like to mention that I changed my code again a little bit, the app3.js, and I would like to highlight or show you what I did. So we have to take picture routine from part 2 of this series, and we start here the camera. And when you start the camera on the Raspberry Pi side, it will take some time until this is completed, this process is completed, and the file is written to the file system. And the package, the Raspberry Pi camera package, will fire an event when this process is completed. So therefore I put this code in. Whenever the exit event of this start camera process is received, then I will call the function upload picture and not before. So here, and then I'm passing the file name to the upload picture function. Here everything the same. We have the database object of the pouchdb with the remote location here of the Cloudant database. Then I thought it will be a good idea to have the Cloudant document ID the same as the file name of the image. And I put here also the Raspberry Pi location, which is the file name, and the path into the document. Then we have the celebrity, the age, and so on. Here I put the document in the database, and then I start the process to replicate to the database, to the Cloudant database, running on the Bluemix side. So here, and then I handle here the return code, and that's it, more or less what I changed. And now we are ready to start the application, and I can do this by Node app3.js. Okay, now the application service started, and the replication process from and to the database is still in process, and now it's completed. So everything is up and running. Then I can go to my remote location using the browser interface. Here I go back to the magic port 3000, and I will take a picture. So smiling here. Okay. Here I get some events, my debugging information. Here the location of the picture stored on the file system, and now I'm replicating this to the host side. This one is completed, so I'm finished, I'm done right now. So let's see whether I can see this file on my Raspberry Pi 534, and let me go here. Yes, here it is, 534, and let's open this one. Aha, okay, I'm not smiling, but it's me, and it's a current picture. Now let's go to the backend side, to the Bluemix side, and see whether we have the picture in the database on the Bluemix as well. So I go to the dashboard. I open the service instance of the Cloudant database. And this brings me to the launch button, and I open now the Cloudant database on the Bluemix side. Normally it's very fast, and yeah, it comes up, it's here. And now we should see this Raspberry database, Raspberry picture database. There's already some information in, so let me open it. Okay, we have here the 534 JPEG image already in my database. And I open this one. Here the ID, it's the file name. Here some revision code. Here the image ID. Then entry process, this says to false. Then the location on the Raspberry Pi side. Celebrity and so on. And here as an attachment, I have here 150, around about 152 kilobytes of data of my picture. So that's it. Maybe it makes fun. So I would like to do another picture. So just press here, take picture. Process is started. And let's see all this. Okay, we are uploading the picture right now. It's 723. Let's see if I have it already. Yeah, I have it already on the file system of the Raspberry Pi. Okay, looks like a little bit different than before. And then this should be also available on the Bluemix side. So here it is, the 723 JPEG. It's also there. Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot for watching to this video. We have now all the stuff done on the Raspberry Pi side. I will continue on the Bluemix side. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope I see you in the next video where I build the Node.js application on the Bluemix side to start. So that's it. Thanks a lot for watching to this video. I have done now all the parts are running on the Raspberry Pi side. I hope I see you on the next video where I would like to start with the Bluemix side to get the picture out of the database and then pass it to the Alchemy API and see what happens, what Alchemy API will detect on my face. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope I see you soon.